The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.
Welcome to the show. We are live every Monday through Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific on our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/The David Pakman Show at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Welcome to everybody from the I Love It When I Wake Up in the Morning and Barack Obama is President Facebook page, and everybody who's with us from the We Survive Bush, You'll Survive Obama Facebook page. We had a protester heckle John Kerry during his confirmation hearings for Secretary of State. If you've been following the news, you know that Massachusetts Democratic Senator John Kerry has been selected by President Obama to replace Hillary Clinton as Secretary of State. His confirmation hearings have been underway, and within seconds of John Kerry getting the mic, a heckler starts protesting, an anti-war heckler. I will play that for you. And I have to say, John Kerry probably doing the best job that I could imagine of actually integrating the heckler into his comments. And that has some people a little suspicious, as you might imagine, including Rush Limbaugh. But first, here is the heckler during the John Kerry confirmation hearings.
So thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. I know there's a lot of ground to cover.
So police come over and they escort this individual out. And then John Kerry able to comment on it.
Well, you know, I'll tell you, Mr. Chairman, when I first came to Washington and testified, I obviously was testifying as part of a group of people who came here to have their voices heard. And that is, above all, what this place is about. So I respect, I think, the woman who was voicing her concerns about that part of the world, and every one of you have traveled there. Some of you there were recently. Senator McCain, you were just there. You were in a refugee camp, and I know you heard this kind of thing.
Yeah. So anyway, he respects what she was doing, but of course he didn't say don't throw her out or anything like that. And he didn't tell the person who was tasing that bro at that event a few years back not to tase the guy. But, I mean, you can't really blame the guy. John Kerry can't say, whoa, 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 no, forget all the protocol, let the protesters stay and yell. But it's interesting. I think he did do a good job of basically showing that at least some level of sensitivity towards the anger that is out there about a lot of issues.
Yeah, I don't know why he's the guy that attracted this protester.
Well, that's the other thing, right? I mean, John Kerry was kind of an anti-war protester when he came back from Vietnam and being very, very upfront about the atrocities that were committed by American troops. Just yesterday, actually, on the way home from the studio, I heard on NPR, fascinating interview. I don't know if you might have heard this, Natan, with, I don't know the guy's name or the name of the book or any of the details, but essentially a guy who researched atrocities committed in Vietnam and just the incredibly graphic nature of what went on there and just the indiscriminate killing and so on and so forth. And John Kerry, you know, it's interesting that the protest is during John Kerry's confirmation hearings, but I think it's more about the role as kind of an establishment of the status quo government.
Right, right.
Not specifically about what Kerry may or may not have done. Now, Rush Limbaugh was very suspicious about this, Lewis. Rush Limbaugh said, you know what? I think John Kerry appreciated the heckling, and I think he may even have set it up. Here's the Rush Limbaugh theory about what happened. Take a listen to this.
Anyway, he got heckled. John Kerry got heckled. As he once was a heckler, John Kerry got heckler.
Okay. And then let's skip forward to the next part, if I can find it here. Then Rush Limbaugh goes on to play with the clip I just played for you, and then let's get to the key part here where he gives us his brilliant theory of what might have happened. Take a listen.
The woman who was voicing her concerns.
Oh, man, so he's reminding us that he was even a protester one time, too. He served in Vietnam, he was a war protester, and therefore he thanks the woman who showed up and heckled him. I wonder if he gave her the ticket to get in. That's just the cynic in me.
Brilliant theory, Rush. Rush Limbaugh really going to new highs here. Yes, John Kerry staged the heckler to create a pretext under which he can say he respects the message there. I think that's probably true. Why not?
Yeah, that really accomplished a lot.
Of course, Rush Limbaugh is a model citizen that every American should strive to become in opposition, in contrast to John Kerry.
You mean an overweight pill addict who's a fearmonger and breeds hate and violence?
We will hear, I think it's tomorrow, who the interim replacement will be for Senator Kerry in the Senate before the June 25th special election. Still no word whether former Senator Scott Brown will be in that running. Will it be Ed Markey, who Deval Patrick, governor of Massachusetts, appoints? Will it be Barney Frank? You'll have to wait and see.
Well, let's not make any more mistakes. Ed Markey says he's going to run for the seat, so he's not the one that's going to be appointed. Presumably.
No, but
this is all speculation.
Deval Patrick could appoint him anyway.
I just don't see that as likely, given that he's going to be running a campaign to obtain the seat in the special election. But
no, it's not likely.
No,
but it's a possibility.
Hopefully, Barney Frank.
What's that?
Hopefully, he appoints Barney Frank just for a few months.
Yeah, no, that would be interesting to see Barney Frank after his retirement just be a senator for a little while.
He hasn't been retired that long.
No, certainly not.
No.